what is going on, right? Really cool. Here we do a quick video on the new bass I just got today. Now, if y'all check out the video I did earlier today, you see I talked about it a little bit, even went through a little bit of it. But for the most part, check it out. So the name of this bass is called the Godin 8.4 Ultra Bass. Now this is what we call is an acoustic bass. So it is cool. It's acoustic. It's a cool stick. That's what I call acoustic bass. And the story was I was looking for a bass to buy. I had a couple of basses I wanted to get rid of, or a couple of guitars I wanted to get rid of, right? So I said, all right, cool. Let me get rid of these two, and I'm going, look on Guitar Center and see if I can find something else, right? And I was searching, and I was looking for a fretless bass. Actually, I'm like, man, I need a fretless bass. I need a fretless that'll complete the collection. Fretless bass, right? But I couldn't find a fretless bass. So then I ran to the Godin. Now I'm familiar with Godins because I have two other Godins. I have this Godin here with the Flat 5X, and I have this Godin here, which is a session custom. So I have Godins, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm familiar with the company, no big deal. So I ordered from Pittsburgh. So I went there Friday, did what I had to do as far as my business. I was like, all right, cool. I need to have that, right? So what they did was we had to work out the deal, bada bing, bada boom, but the taxes and everything wasn't coming out right? So I'm like, yo, it ain't working. He's like, well, why don't we just bring it into the store and then we'll act like it's our base and then we'll do it again, which is what happened. So he brought it to the store and we worked it out this morning. And I was surprised it got here because I ordered it Friday. They packed it up on Saturday, and actually on the UPS truck Saturday, like maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, they came and picked it up. And it's here today, like right now. And I'm like, yo, I'm coming to get it. So they told me it was here. I said, I'm going to go grab that bad boy. And bada bing, bada boom, I went and got it. So this is the Godin, and like I said, an acoustic bass. It's different from the other basses. Basically, if I didn't have this plugged in, or I didn't have it turned on, you still would hear it because it's an acoustic bass. But it's not as loud as an acoustic guitar would be. Acoustic guitar would you really hear it. Like, if you play acoustic guitar, it's like, right? This acoustic bass, so it's not going to have that much resonance because you're dealing with single notes. Not unless you play doubles or something like that. But for the most part, when you're playing a guitar, acoustic guitar is a wider stance. It's not as wide. And you got a little bit more resonance because you have more body. So basically what this is maple on the top, maple on the back. We got a hard rock maple Canadian neck. And we have the cool Fender Tuners on here. Now back in the day, this is a newer model, so back in the day they had the other tuners that were they're like kind of more tapered tuners. In fact, actually the same tapered tuners that I had on my jazz bass from Fender. So it's kind of like, I guess he was following Fender a little bit. And I remember those well. But they call these Cloverleaf. So we had the Cloverleaf tuners here. And I'm not sure who the tuners are made by. They're probably by their own brand of tuner makers. Alright, we got a serial number on the back. And again, we have some bronze strings on here. I never saw bronze strings on the guitar. So I guess that's why they're bronze, because they're actually on the bass. And, sometimes you'll find bronze strings on like an acoustic guitar as well. Depending on how, good the acoustic guitar is. So basically that's what we have here. So I'm going to play a couple little, earlier today. Like I said, if you want to check me out earlier today when I did something, you can just look at the video I did before this video. It should be uploaded now. Sometimes it takes a while because it was a long video, and you might check it out. And it was a live video as well. This is a pre-recorded video. So check it out. I'll let y'all hear the sounds real quick. What you have is the Piezo section up here. The Piezo section controls the little pickups that they have back here on the strings on the bridge. And then you have your electric, which is this electric soap bar. They call them soap bars. But and you get some sound from here as well. You can combine them both, and you can get different tonalities out the guitar. Out the bass, which is really cool. So it's not just stuck with one tonality. You can actually get more than one tonality, right? So that's off. You have your master volume up here, and you also have a tone up here. So you got master volume and tone right up here. See the two right there? Master volume and tone. And basically, so you have the sliders here. So you have your selector slider. If you want it to be just Piezo, you slide it all the way up, the one closest to your face. You want more of the bridge, the bridge pickup, which is the length sacer. It's called the length sacer pickup. You'll pull it all the way back, and you'll get that pickup, which you don't get much out of that at all. Now, this is EQ here, but this EQ is for the Piezo. So you have treble, you have mid-range, which you have a mid-range switch up here, so you can change the mid-range frequency depending on where you are on the slider. If your slider's pulled back on the mid-range, then you cut anywhere from 1.5 to I think it's a 1.5K. I think it's 1.5K and 3K or something like that. That's what you get when you strip the switch, and it changes that 1.5K of reduction, or you know, in the EQ as far as the setting. If it's in the middle, you really won't hear it do anything. And then you have your bass here. And then you have here, you hook this bass up to a synthesizer. You have a 13-pin Roland synthesizer cable back here. Well, port for cable. And you can run the GR55s, the GR77s. You can run it into any MIDI interface that would actually be able to, you know, work in conjunction with this. You plug it into that port as well. And then you have your regular electric port. So if you just want to use the pickup, then you'll just plug it in here. If you want to use both, here it's called the mix, which is the same thing I have in this guitar as well. You can mix it, you can do it separately, bada bing, bada boom. So that's all this pickup right here, soap bar. Now if I go to the top, it's the Piezo. As you see, it's a lot more in depth because you get more power from here. Even though you had the master volume here, I can turn it down and you hear nothing. So once you have the master volume up, you still get to use the volume here. Now, if you want to use the bass, you slide it up. One more bass. Right? If you want to slide up here, the treble. If you want to do mid-range, here. And there you have. So you have your EQ here for the Piezo, and you have your volume here for the Piezo, and you can put it in the middle if you want a little bit of Piezo, a little bit of soap bar. You do that as well. So that's how it works. So it's a pretty nice bass, man. I really want to get more in depth with it later on. I'll talk to you and do a little more in depth video when I do the live. I'll really get into it because I'm still learning about the video. Learning about the bass now myself. Even though I try to go through it and look at other videos and things like that, you still got to get with it, mess with it, find out what it really does, find out what it do. And also, you can slap. I think you can slap on this earlier. You look at the video, you see I was slapping on it. Which is kind of crazy to be slapping on an acoustic bass with bronze strings, right? But it's all good. So that's it. The Godin A4 Ultra acoustic bass. Very nice. Very cool. And I think that you should buy it if you're into acoustic basses, all right? So I'll talk to you guys later. Holla at your boy. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share my channel. And look at the other videos, whether it's fragrances or whether it's music. Check it out. And then like, subscribe, and share. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Later.